What is going on, guys? Kyle Finance Bro here. Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about AMC and some of the crazy price movement we saw last week, as well as where I think it's going in the future. Now, before we get into this analysis, I just want to ask you guys to please hit the like and subscribe button. It helps the channel out immensely, and it reminds you guys that we post videos like this every single day. If you guys want 2 free stocks with Webull, check out our affiliate link in the description below. When you sign up and deposit $100, you get 2 free stocks, and it's a great way to support the channel. If you guys want to go one step further and support the channel even more, you can check out our Patreon link in the description below, and you get access to our private Discord and our daily and weekly watch list. It's a great community of like-minded individuals who talk about anything related to money, and overall, it's just a great place to be if you're wanting to learn more about stocks or anything related to that. I just want to say real quick too that we're not financial advisors. None of this should be considered financial advice. Please talk to a registered financial advisor and do your own research and due diligence before investing in any stock, asset, or security. But other than that, guys, let's get right into this video. As most of you probably know, AMC was one of the stocks that ran up in a huge rally a couple of weeks ago in the initial GameStop fury that we saw with the Wall Street Bets movement for Reddit. We saw tons of related stocks to GameStop absolutely shoot up in price and then subsequently fall down afterwards. Now, what's interesting is last week we actually saw a rebound, a recovery in this crazy rally that we experienced a couple weeks ago, with GameStop reaching into the hundreds once again. At the same time, we also saw AMC shoot up from $7 a share to $10 a share. This is interesting not only because obviously that's a very significant increase, but also AMC was already running off prior news. AMC officially announced that it would be reopening all of its theater locations in New York, which is huge for the company, meaning that they can start to operate again and actually get their revenue streams up. Now, I'm sure if any of you guys were involved in the GameStop craziness or AMC or any of these companies that had huge rallies a couple of weeks ago, you were probably holding shares, options, or anything related to that, and I'm sure many of you are probably still holding them diamond hands. And that's one of the main reasons I wanted to talk about this today, because where is AMC going? Where is this company going that so many people have been funneling their money into over the past couple of weeks and months? I wanted to talk over the fundamentals and technicals of this company and give you guys a brief overview of my opinion of the company and where I think it's going. But of course, this is not financial advice. Please do your own research. This is just my own analysis video on the company. So we're going to start with the technicals. Let's get into it. So first off, the current CEO of AMC is Adam M. Aaron. He's been the president of AMC from 2016 to the present year. The guy went to Harvard Business School, and he's also the co-owner of the 76ers. Clearly a very capable, skilled businessman who's been in the industry for quite some time. AMC's market cap is somewhere around $2.81 billion. I think his valuation does make sense. They're a worldwide theater company that is almost a household name in everybody's minds. AMC actually pays a dividend of 7.60%, which is really good. And the last little thing, AMC was actually founded back in the 1920s. I think it's safe to say that AMC has come a long way. Now, those are most of the technicals. AMC has been trading fairly low ever since the pandemic crash, and it's been staying down there for quite some time, having a really hard time trying to recover. Now, the first thing you might be thinking about if you're thinking about investing in this company is, why would I invest in a theater chain when I could invest in other things like streaming services that are already topping numbers every single week and month and doing amazing? Services like Netflix, Hulu, Apple TV, and a host of others are killing it every single month and year, and it seems like there's no stopping anytime soon. So that leaves a lot of people to wonder, myself included, why would you want to invest in a theater chain that is likely a dying industry? The reason I say it's a dying industry is that there's just not a lot of people who want to go and watch movies anymore. Especially in the current pandemic state that we're in, nobody wants to go watch movies next to a bunch of people in a closed, crowded theater. The other thing that's super competitive about the streaming industry versus the theater industry is that there's no physical location for the streaming services. All of the content is administered through an app. The app shouldn't be that hard to upkeep, and there's probably just a bunch of software developers making sure that it runs smoothly. Meanwhile, AMC has thousands of theater locations that they have to upkeep, making sure everything runs smoothly, with constant service probably being needed for different types of movie equipment, constant resupply of snacks and drinks and food. It's just a business model that doesn't make sense to me in the current day and age with everything we have available now. Now, a lot of people would probably argue that there is a certain experience that you get when you're watching movies. There's that certain thrill that you get when you're sitting in a theater watching an amazing movie and everyone's kind of cheering and laughing or doing whatever, and I agree, that is cool. But I don't think it's enough to really pull AMC up by its bootstraps and get it out of the situation that it's in. The pandemic isn't AMC's fault. It got hit hard, and it's not its fault that it had to close all of its stores. But again, this was an industry that I think, to begin with, before the pandemic was happening, was already fundamentally flawed. At-home entertainment is continuing to grow, and more people are continuing to buy things like game consoles or Rokus or or smart TVs or anything that lets you watch stuff without really having to pay a huge premium up front, like movie tickets. Now, I don't think AMC is completely dead in the water yet. I do think if they changed a few things fundamentally, they could do well in the future. I think if they focused more on luxury type theaters, the types where you have the reclining armchairs, the huge cup holders, blankets, all that special kind of stuff that they have in those really fancy kind of trendy theaters, then AMC could start to see maybe a bit of a rebound. People really like experiences, and when there's something at home that can give you pretty much the same exact experience with a huge TV, you're not going to want to go out and do it. If AMC can create a unique experience for their watchers and people that pay for movie tickets, then I think they can start to become competitive again. But for now, only time will tell if they actually do decide to implement any of that and whether or not they're actually going to stay competitive in the first place. And like I said before, even though there are people who are movie heads and absolutely love going to watch movies at a theater, I don't think it's enough to keep this business afloat. There's just too many fundamental factors that are going wrong right now, and there's just too much at stake. Overall, I think if AMC doesn't change fundamentally, I think they are going to become a sinking ship sooner rather than later. As soon as the pandemic is over, they need to, in my opinion, get all of their theater locations up and running, get revenue streams going again. They need to start making money again. I'm sure that many of these locations are hemorrhaging for money right now after the pandemic, not even being able to be open for any day at all. They need to get cash flow. They need money coming in so they can pay their expenses and work off their bills and actually start to gain profit. Now, one of the big things I want to talk about too that I'm sure a lot of you guys are watching this video for is whether or not AMC is going to open green on Monday or red on Monday, or what's going to happen in the next coming week. And let me explain some of my thoughts behind it. Of course, this is almost impossible to tell. It's very hard to tell whether a stock is going to open green or not, but let's look at some of the things that are going on currently with AMC, and then we can tell a little bit further about what might happen over the week. After hours, we see that AMC is up 2.37%, which is decent, but it's not enough for me to really say, oh, it's definitely going to skyrocket at open. Now, one thing you could look at is the fact that it is actually the #2 trending stock that's talked about on Reddit right now, which I think is a big plus for it. That could lead to maybe some green action on Monday. I think clearly we can see that there's a lot of hype building around AMC and some of these other meme type stocks, but who knows what's going to happen come market open on Monday. We could completely forget about this. Some huge piece of news could hit and then everyone's going to focus on something else. That's the problem with these stocks. If they go parabolic because so many people are buying, it's going to be interesting, obviously, because some people who bought at the very bottom are probably going to be making a ton of money, but also too, if people continue to buy at the very top and then it crashes back down to where it was because the fundamentals never change, well, they're screwed. And this is why I stay away from these types of companies with investments. I don't like investing in companies that don't have solid financials and don't have solid fundamentals. And for me, I don't think AMC really has either. Clearly, I could be completely wrong, and AMC could totally turn its business model around and become the most successful theater chain in the world, but again, who knows if that's going to happen, and it's probably not likely. Be very careful if you're investing in these stocks, guys. Have a risk tolerance, have a plan. Don't go into anything without doing your proper research and due diligence, and just be careful. I know it's crazy to see all these insane gains on some of these stocks, but it's not worth losing your life savings over. Let me know down in the comments below if you guys are holding AMC, or if you want to buy AMC, or if you guys want us to talk about any kind of stock at all. But other than that, guys, that's all we have for you guys today. Make sure to hit the like button and the subscribe button. It helps the channel out immensely. Make sure to hit the Webull affiliate link in the description below. When you sign up, you get 2 free stocks. We get a free stock as a commission, and it's a great way to support the channel. I also want to say too, if you guys want to help support us one step further, you can go sign up for our Patreon. It's how you get access to our private Discord and daily and weekly watch list, depending on which tier you go with. But other than that, guys, that's all we have for you guys today. I'm Kyle, Finance Bro. Be careful with AMC and take it easy.